Did you know that sitting at your desk for long periods of time is what's causing that pain in your shoulder blade? In this video, I'm going to show you why you don't want to be stretching your shoulder blade, but you actually want to be stretching your pecs and your rotator cuff in a very specific way. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Dr. Erik Sims, aka the Kentucky Chiro. I've been seeing patients for over 20 years and performed over 100,000 adjustments. So today we're talking about shoulder blade pain. And for a lot of people, this is a very common issue. The reason being is a lot of us are sitting on computers all day, just typing away, working at our jobs. And the problem is that we are instead of being this position and typing, a lot of times we're kind of like this, right here. So when we're in this position all day, what happens is we are actually causing our shoulders to round forward. And when our shoulders round forward, that actually causes our pecs to tighten, and it stretches our rotator cuff and it stretches the muscles that actually pull your shoulders back. So the issue is that when you go and you actually start stretching your shoulders like this, or you're trying to get, that shoulder blade just to stretch like that, you're actually causing more of an issue. What you want to do is you actually are going to want to actually stretch your pecs, get them to pull your shoulders back so that everything's more upright and the shoulder blade muscles can then relax and your body is able to then function better. The other issue is that when you're actually sitting for a long period of time like this and your shoulder blades start to have pain because they get inflamed, well, the inflammation is, remember, is just white blood cells and mucus, and that white blood cells come in and eat the damaged tissue. And then they sink down like coffee grounds and they form a thin layer of scar tissue. That scar tissue then starts to make you tighter, and that can make your muscles weaker in the back. It also happens here in the front too, so that these muscles get tighter and they're pulling forward more. So what happens then is that scar tissue then tightens everything more. And now you're kind of more in this shoulder forward position all the time. If we don't work on our posture and actually work on stretching, getting things pulled back, then we start to have issues to where that pain starts to come on more and more often. So what we need to do by getting our actually shoulders back and getting our pecs stretched and getting our rotator cuff muscles to stretch is get all these muscles to relax and allow it to be in the place where they should be. So what we need to do is we need to get more in a position where our bodies are actually more neutral, where our shoulders are back and heads up with better posture. But the problem is we're not going to be in good posture, because let's face it, if you're not on your computer, a lot of us actually go home and scroll on our phones. And we don't tend to scroll on our phones up like this. We tend to go home and we tend to scroll on our phones like this, looking down like this right here. Again, we're rolling those shoulders forward. So what we're going to focus on today is actually working out the muscles and actually breaking apart some of that scar tissue with some massage. And then the other thing is that we're going to learn how to stretch the rotator cuff muscles on the side right here, and we're going to stretch our pecs. Then we're going to do an exercise to actually build up our shoulder muscles called wall angles, so that we can actually bring our shoulders back and strengthen them, so they're helping to keep us upright in that great position that we need to be. So the easiest way to massage your back, because it's hard to do it by yourself, is to actually get a ball and put it against the wall. And you're going to put that ball right next to your shoulder blade, in between your spine and your shoulder blade right there. So what you're going to do is you're going to put that ball there, just like this, and you're going to kind of rub it back and forth. Then, if you need to move it a little bit further down, you're going to get it right on there. You'll probably feel some areas that might have some tension or feel a knot. And remember, a knot is just fascia that's actually between muscles that's actually going like this, that then has started to get adhesed with scar tissue and has wrapped around itself. So the issue is that by actually working on those knots and rubbing those out, that helps to relax that tissue and lets your muscles a lot more supple. You're going to basically be against the wall, pushing back and forth, going up and down along that shoulder blade. And in doing so, that's going to help break apart some of those adhesions and scar tissue in that area, relaxing your shoulders more. So the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to do a stretch where we're actually going to be stretching our rotator cuff right through here and a little bit of the anterior scalenes. The other thing is this is going to actually relax the shoulder blade so it's not pulling it forward, so that the shoulder muscles back here in your back can relax more and pull things back. To do this stretch, it's really quite simple. You're going to first bring your arm up right next to the wall, just right here, and you can kind of put your hand on top of your head. But you kind of want as close to the wall as you can. And remember, if this stretch starts to hurt, then stop doing it, okay? But what you do is you simply turn your body and you go like this, just right here. And this will stretch that rotator cuff. Now, some people not be able to go that deep. They might only be able to turn into the wall, and that's fine as well. But the one thing you want to do is make sure that you're close to the wall, you're not far away, You're not trying to put all your weight into that shoulder. You're just turning and coming like this right in there. You're gonna hold that stretch for about a 5 count, and you're gonna do that about 10 to 12 times. And then I would do about 3 sets of it on each shoulder. Remember, we always wanna have balance. We always wanna make sure that we're working on both shoulders. Even if this one doesn't have any problems, we're gonna prevent any future problems from coming on. The next stretch we're gonna do is we're gonna actually be stretching our pecs. So to stretch our pecs, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be here up like this. And we're gonna take it and we're gonna turn. And that's gonna stretch your pec minor, a little bit of your anterior delt, and the pec major. And you just hold that right there. You hold that for about a 5 count. Then you come back. You're gonna lower your hand where it's about level with your shoulder, and you're gonna turn again, just like this. This is gonna stretch more of the pec, or the pec major, I should say. Then, as we come back, we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna turn this way, and this is gonna stretch, and this is gonna get more of that anterior delt and a little bit of the bicep. You don't wanna keep your arm too straight because we don't wanna stress the elbow, but as you're doing this, keep a slight bend in that elbow and just kind of turn this way. The other thing is that as you're doing this stretch, you're gonna start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then come to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is considered 1 rep. So you're gonna do 10 reps, 3 sets, and you're gonna do that twice a day. And that's gonna help get your pecs to come back and relax and help to pull them back so your shoulders can then pull back as well. You know, a lot of our aches and pains can actually be relieved just by loosening our muscles every day. If you'd like a free at-home stretch guide that takes about 10 minutes each day, then click on the link in the description below. Now, the next thing we have going on is this. We're gonna actually be doing an exercise called wall angels. This is not an easy exercise, even though it looks very easy. But what you're doing is you're gonna find a wall, and I'm using this just because this is what I have right here. But you're gonna put your arms back up like this, and you're gonna bring your elbows down just like this, right through here. And the goal is you're trying to keep your elbow and your hand through the wall. And what that does is that helps build the strength in those shoulders, pulling your shoulders back. So you're here, you're up, you're just like this, here, and you're just going down like that. Back up, back down, like that, back up, and down, just like that. You're gonna do about 12 to 15 reps of that. You're gonna do about 3 to 5 sets. But again, remember, you're always going for the least amount, 12 reps first, building up to comfortably to 15, and then doing another set. You can get up to about 5 sets, and that'll help to build those muscles back here and keep your shoulders back and strengthening your rhomboids, your trapezius, and the other muscles that help keep your shoulders back. For more tips and tricks to feel your best every day, click on that subscribe button. And if you'd like to set up a free consultation with Triple Crown Chiropractic, then click on the link in the description below. I'm Dr. Erik, aka the Kentucky Chiro, and I'll talk to you soon.